As you could tell by the title, we have a banger coming up, UFC 314. It's a heater, bro. They had the press conference today, and I went on my phone. I saw there was some stuff going down. I did not watch the clips, man. I did not watch the clips. I wanted to be here with you guys. I want to react to it live. I'm going to do my best to get the footage on for the YouTube channel, but I'm going to have to play it in bits and pieces and then give my commentary just so we don't get the video taken down. It does look like Yair Rodriguez and Diego Lopez have some beef, bro. So this could be a business move by Yair. We'll see how it played out. But besides that, we had Bryce Mitchell, Gene Silva, Volk, Lopez. We had Chandler, Pimlet. Honestly, I thought Chandler and Pimlet were going to be the ones that steal the show. But everything that I seen on my feed was just Yair and Lopez. So we're going to check that out. Apparently, it was in Spanish. So this is why your boy's here, man. We've been waiting our whole life for this moment. Let's take advantage of it. All right, let's go. So let's get it, man. So we see the guru. We're going to have to crack a soda here, bro. UFC 314 press conference. And I believe there was a highlight video. Yeah, the whole press conference was 40 minutes. There's highlights here. So let's check it out. I have it right here for you guys, bro.
305 Miami, Florida, USA. Third straight year with a massive pay-per-view here in Miami, and all of you are a big reason why. Thank you all for coming out to the official UFC 314.
Yo, can we get John Addict's supplement stack, bro? Please.
Press conference.
I'd like to kick off with Alex Volkanovski, please. Yesterday you talked about this as being the biggest fight of your career. What would it mean to you to win that title one more time?
Winning the belt now at the timing would be the biggest part of my story. So really looking forward to putting on a show and getting that belt back.
I'm not going to lie. Volk does seem locked in, bro. As you could tell by his diet, that fool got shredded fast. He's locked in. I'm not saying this is going to be an easy fight. I got Lopez, though.
When you look at him skill-wise, how does Diego match up to some of those?
Do you think we could ask questions, bro? Do you think we could get to a place where we ask a question to a UFC fighter?
You have fought the best of the best in this sport. When you look at him skill-wise, how does Diego match up to some of those fighters you faced before?
A very dangerous fighter, you know, a very aggressive, dangerous fighter. Obviously, great jiu-jitsu, power in the hands, always looking for the finish. So you've got to respect that and be wary. You know, I just believe I'm the best. And I'm going to prove that Saturday night.
And for you, Diego, obviously winning the title is something that every fighter wants to achieve, but what would it mean to you to beat a GOAT like Alex Volkanovski?
Diego, para vos, el título y pelear por el cinturón es la cosa que todos quieren, pero ¿qué significaría ganar del mejor del GOAT?
That jacket goes freaking hard, bro. That's tough.
Alex Volkanovski.
For me, this is a big, this is a big. Volkanovski is a legend in the sport. I follow your career for so long time, but now I think it's my time. It's my time for take the belt.
Question for Bryce Mitchell. Bryce, yesterday at Media Day, Jean Silva said you might have to retire this weekend due to brain damage you'll take in this fight. Curious if you have a response for those remarks.
I was born with brain damage, brother. I'll be all right.
What do you make of all the talk?
What does that even mean, bro?
You know, we've done lots of talking about the talk in this fight, but skill set wise, what threats does Bryce pose to you on Saturday?
E para você, Jean, já foi falado muito.
Mas o problema é que ele realmente vai enfrentar campeão de verdade na vida dele.
Aside from all this the talk and everything he says, I don't agree with anything he says about anything. But he is an excellent athlete that has faced tough competition, but he is about to face the toughest competition to face.
Obviously, at Media Day, you said, Patty might...
John's locked in, bro. That might be the fight everybody wants to see, dude. We could all lie and say it's Lopez and Volk, but, bro, it's Silva and Mitchell, bro.
Be the biggest name in this division. So we haven't seen you fought down for a long time, but you said, Patty brings the eyeballs. We also see you get that smile when you say, Scousers can't get knocked out. You want to test that. So what have you made of Patty's rise, and what are you expecting him from on Saturday?
Hey, man, all respect to what Patty has done in this sport, man. He has earned this spot to be in this spot, but I have proven over the last couple decades that I deserve to be in this spot as well. I'm coming to steal the show. This is the people's main event, and I can't wait to do it. Let's go. I'm going to find that chin, and I'm going to find that chin early.
Bro's getting subbed.
and you said there's a bigger chance of you knocking Michael Chandler out than him knocking you out. So what did you see in that fight that leads you to that assessment?
Obviously,
Bro, that walkout is gonna be fire, bro.
obviously we game plan for fights, know what I mean? You watch a lot of tape on your opponents and you study it, and that's what my coaches do, and that's why we get so many wins. There's a lot of tape that we've studied over his UFC career. I've got so many different ways that I can win this fight. You know, everyone thinks that I'm going to get knocked out because I leave me chin high, but I told you, this chin's made of granite, lad. I'm not getting knocked out. I've never been knocked out before, but Mike has, and
I didn't like how he looked away right there, bro. I'm gonna rewind that.
Getting knocked out because I leave me chin high, but I told you, this chin's made of granite, lad. I'm not getting knocked out. I've never been knocked out before, but Mike has, and
I could be tripping.
Do it again tomorrow or Saturday.
Chandler Pimlet is a great matchup, bro. Stylistically, I think this is also going to be one to look out for. It's hard to predict, bro. It's really hard to predict. Oh, and I didn't say it. We're having predictions after this press conference here.
For you to be in the UFC for years, you're finally here. What can you promise these people, and what are they in store for now that you're in the UFC?
First of all, thank you, Yair, for the kind words. I appreciate that. I have one thing to say. I am the best featherweight on the planet, and I'm going to prove that.
Not a lot of hype for Mr. Pitbull. You would think, because Gene Silva had a bunch of dogs, you know what I mean, in the crowd, you would think they had the same energy for Pitbull. You don't want to underestimate this guy, bro. Not at all. I know he hasn't fought in the UFC yet, but just look at that record. 36 wins, 7 losses, 12 wins by knockout, 12 by submission.
Hey, Diego, there's been some criticism from some people about the fact that you represent not only Brazil, but Mexico at the same time. Yesterday, a year during a press conference and media day, he said he didn't appreciate that much. And I just want to know from you, because one thing you said, I don't only, in a previous interview, I don't only represent Brazil or Mexico, but I represent all of Latin America. What do you think about that?
Não tem nenhum problema, assim que deixa ele falar o que ele quiser.
Oh, you know, you can talk the talk. If you got a mouth, you're going to talk. You say things that you want. You may hear things that you don't. I'll tell you what, man, I'm very grateful for Mexico. It's not our stories, our life stories are completely different. I'm so grateful for what Mexico has given me. I represent both countries, and if you're going to talk, you're going to talk. I don't care.
So if you guys don't know, Mr. Diego Lopez represents Brazil and Mexico at the same time. Now, I didn't know Yair had a problem with this, honestly. As a Mexican myself, a Mexican-American, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. Diego's repping both flags. I know he trains in Mexico. He speaks Spanish fluently. I was kind of confused. Is this guy from Mexico? Is he from Brazil? Me and my bro were like, we had to look him up to see like where he was from, because apparently things got dicey with this subject here.
And still on the whole representing Brazil and Mexico, there are some fans in Brazil that also resent about that, but mostly we support you and we like what you're doing. And what's the message that you send to everybody about representing two countries, to all the fans that love you from both?
Que as pessoas que querem criticar, não tenho nenhum problema. Eu sei que são as pessoas que estão comigo, eu sei que são as pessoas que me apoiam e quem sempre tem apoiado, assim que para mim não me importa.
Well, it doesn't matter. You know, people are always going to criticize what happens. And I think, you know, you have the right to criticize, and there's always going to be those who criticize it. But for me, it really doesn't matter. I know the people that are beside me. I know that people have been with me and ride and die with me. So the criticism does not matter at all.
It has been 4 straight.
Or they cut that out, bro. I know these are the highlights, but these are important. So I mess with Diego. I got Diego winning. So I don't want to get too distracted by that, but I want to see where things get a little bit choppy. So we're going to check that out. If you guys didn't know, Diego started training in Mexico early. That's where the Mexican flag comes from.
If you were to put your money on which matchup on the stage is likely to produce that for these fans on Saturday, which would it be?
You love putting me on the spot. I believe Michael Chandler's to my right. Is he? Yes? He's a pretty safe bet for a fight of the night. Paddy Pimblett's ready to engage. So the betting man that resides within, that's my pick for fight of the night.
The safest bet in the UFC right here.
That's a crazy question to ask.
Diego, considerando el hecho de que estás compartiendo cartelera con Yair, en el día de ayer Yair hizo unas expresiones que se han viralizado. ¿Crees que si ambos consiguen la victoria en la noche de mañana, exista la posibilidad de que se enfrenten por el título en Guadalajara en septiembre?
Diego, after you're sharing, you're sharing this car with Yair, and yesterday he said some things, and not much kind words for you during the press conference. But right now, given you win this, he wins this fight, could we see you guys in Guadalajara in September?
¿Cuántas derrotas tiene Jair seguida?
How many losses does he have in a row?
Oh, snap. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get into it, guys. Let's go.
¿Cuántas derrotas tiene consecutivas? No sé, que la responda ya ahí.
No, dime tú.
You have it. How many losses in a row does he have?
Suficiente.
Jair, ¿qué te parecen esas expresiones? Culón.
Oh.
¿Culón?
Oh.
Dímelo.
Culón.
Yo
Eres
was-
culón, ¿sabes por qué eres
Oh.
culón? No le pegaron a Diego entre tú y tu equipo.
Say it to my face.
No le pegaron a Diego no le pegaron a Marco entre tú y tu equipo.
Escucha.
Le pegaron a Marco entre tú y tu equipo, ¿sí o no? Esperando el momento correcto estaba para decirte esto en tu pinche cara, loco.
Oh, we were
Tú me
waiting
la
for
vas a
it.
pagar a mí por Marcos, güey.
And you guys
Y si me esperas la verga, güey.
fight me. Is that what you want to fight me? What's going on?
Who the hell is Marcos, bro? Something happened with a guy named Marcos.
Toca em alguém de meu equipo e confessarás na tua frequência como confessou ele.
Don't talk about my team, man. Don't talk about my team. Don't talk about my team.
Sabe quem é ele pra mim? Tu ameaçaste.
I'm always open to saying a prayer with anybody.
Tu ameaçaste na tica e não vai pagar.
Estás pendejo.
Listen.
Mi equipo no
No,
ouvida.
estás
Toca alguém de
pendejo.
meu equipo
Al pendejo que estás sentado
Hey,
enfrente,
don't
que no sé ni lo que
threaten
habla
my
ese
team,
güey, le
man.
dije.
Don't threaten.
Todo mundo
Que
não
si
sabe.
no, pregúntale a tu amiga.
Sabe. Meu equipo está aqui e
Qué
ele
bueno. Pues qué bueno que están aquí.
My
porque
team
también
is
ellos
here. They know what you did. My team is here. They know what you did.
Mucho cuidado, mucho cuidado. No se
Mucho
olvida
cuidado
quando
tú.
ameaçaste a mi
Mucho
companheiro de
cuidado
equipo.
tú.
Watch out, bro. Watch out.
Escucha, una mujer no se amenaza.
Estás pendejo.
Stop with the threat.
No tuerzas las palabras, no tuerzas las palabras.
No mezcla las palabras.
Y tampoco se le pegan entre 10 a una
Son hechos
persona.
reales, son hechos
Tampoco se le
reales.
pegan entre 10 a una persona.
Stop with the threats,
Tú
bro.
lo
It's
hiciste
gonna
con tu
be real.
equipo, Marcos.
So there seems to be something going on behind the scenes with the team. Yeah, you're saying that Diego and his team hit this guy named Marcos. Now, the word hit could be multiple things. It could be like physical abuse. Could be in the cage. I don't know who Marcos is. Could be a 5-year-old. Could be a fighter. You know, I have no idea.
A Marco entre tú y tu equipo, ¿sí o no? Esperando el momento correcto estaba para decirte esto en tu pinche cara, loco.
Oh, we
Jair was saying, I've been waiting for this exact moment to tell you in your face about this. Diego seems pretty upset. Volk is chilling. Michael Chandler is probably thinking about different things. I don't know. What's
Tú
going
me
on.
la vas a pagar a mí por Marcos, güey.
And you guys
Y si me esperas la verga, güey.
fight me. Is that what you want to fight me? What's going on?
Diego's upset, saying that stuff needs to be confidential within his team. Yair's trying to scrap.
Don't talk about my team, man. Don't talk about my team.
Is that a barcode on the back of his head like Hitman, bro? That could be something else, but it looks like a barcode. He just barked. Bro, look. There's no flinch. He just barked right there. No flinch. Look at his eye. Oh! He's a lot shorter than I thought, man. Can we rate Patty's fit? Leave in the comments down below what you rate Patty's fit. goodness. It just hit me right now, bro. This fight's happening, bro. Right now it's hitting me like. Yep. It's about to go down, bro. Freaking crazy, bro. But since we're here, let's do some UFC picks, bro. So we're gonna fly by these things, man. So we're gonna put the camera back in the middle. Now we're gonna have our predictions for UFC 314. Crazy press conference. That low-key got me fired up. That stare down between Gene Silva and Bryce Mitchell was absolutely insane. Yair and Lopez seems like the next matchup if both of them win. Now they both had to do that, and I have both of them winning. So we're gonna get to those picks later down the line. But first, let's start off with the early prelims, starting with the women's bantamweight bout. Nora Cornell versus Haley Cowan. Now, Nora, 8-2, 6 wins by knockout, 1 by submission. She is 35 years old, Muay Thai fighter from France. Haley Cowan, 7-3, 2 wins by knockout, 2 wins by submission, 33 years old. Made her debut in 2023. I'm going with the easy pick'em fight right off the rip. From the last fights I've seen, it did seem like the fighter with more experience just has a little bit more of an edge. You know, it's not guaranteed, but I have Nora going into this fight. Now here we have Tresean Gore versus Marco Tulio. Marco Tulio is 13-1, 9-fight win streak, 9 wins by knockout, 7 in the first round. Now I'm not sure if this guy's a fighting nerd or not, but man, this is a crazy matchup. He just fought in January on the Dern card, and he dominated the fight, 34 strikes compared to 6. I don't know if I caught this fight, man. It was a knockout in the very first round. So I just went through Tresean Gore's Instagram. He's 6-2, 2 wins by knockout, 3 wins via submission, 3 in the first round. I believe he won. He went to the Dana White Contender Series, I believe. He did something like that, man. Sheesh. His last one was via submission. It was a guillotine. Man, this might sound crazy. This might sound absolutely crazy just looking at this record here. 13-1, 9-fight win streak. But I got Gore here, bro. I don't know how. I don't know why. I'm not even going to ask. Tresean Gore for the win. Now, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's name. This dude doesn't even have a first or last name. It's just Sumadaerhi. 16 wins, 7 losses, 13 wins by knockout. This dude is an absolute savage, brother. This guy's an absolute savage. It's probably because he doesn't have a first and last name. I can't believe that record, bro. His last fight was a loss, though. It was a loss to Charles Johnson. Energy. That is a cold name. I had no idea his name was Energy. That's actually pretty tight, bro. I haven't heard a cool nickname in the UFC for a while. Energy is up there. I'm not going to lie. He's going to get Mitch Rasposo coming out of the US of A. 9-2, 4 wins by knockout, 3 by submission, 4 in the first round. He is 26 years old. His last fight was a loss against Mr. Lima. We just saw Lima fight in a decision. I got Mr. Sumdaerhi. Yeah. Got him. I got him, bro. For the last fight of the prelims, the early prelims, we have Cedric Dumas versus Michael Olachis. I'm not even going to try. Cedric versus Michael. Here. Michael is the favorite. Cedric is 10-2, 4 wins by knockout, 2 wins by submission, 4 in the first round. I like this guy, bro. I feel like he said that he fights so he doesn't have to, he could release some of that energy out in the ring instead of on the streets, which I respect. He's going against Michael, 14 wins by knockout, 1 by submission, 14 the first round. He's a stand-up guy. He lost to Shara Bullet by decision. Also lost to Kevin Holland. Also lost to Pereira. So he's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's fought some good guys, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So he's high level, but it seems like it's been hard for him to get a couple wins, especially against these big names. I got Cedric Dumas for this fight. I know he's the underdog, but hey, man, these early prelims, they're toss-ups. I mean, every fight is a toss-up. You know how it goes. Now to the prelims, you know what I mean? Darren Elkins versus Julian Erosa. Darren Elkins is 29-11, 9 wins by knockout, 5 by submission. He has a tattoo named The Damage, right? Now, if you got that tattooed on you and you're not The Damage, I don't know what, but look at this guy. This guy looks like a damn freaking maniac. This guy's scaring me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. His last loss was to Pierce, and he also lost to Swanson in 2021. Let's see when he made his debut, man. See when he's made his debut. He seems like he's a vet of the game here. Oh yeah, 2010. So this guy, OG, he is still a heavy underdog going against Julian Juicy J. Not tatted on his chest. Juicy J is not tatted on his chest. 11 wins by knockout, 14 by submission, 8 in the first round. This one's going to be close, man. So he subbed Rodriguez in the first round. Rodriguez was the last one to beat Chihuihuis. He was in that close fight against Misael Costa. So that's some good competition. He lost to Caceres. I think this is gonna be a scrap, but I got Julian here via submission. Let's go. So next up, Jim Miller versus Chase Hooper. I'm also excited for this one, man. Record for Mr. Jim Miller is 38-18. Going against Chase Hooper is 15-3. Both of them coming off wins, both coming from the U.S. Chase Hooper does have a height difference, so I think that's going to play a big factor when it comes to striking on the feet. And if the fight goes to the ground, bro, Jim Miller is getting his knees broken for sure. I got Chase Hooper. I feel like this is like the safest bet. As we can see by the odds, Hooper is minus 800 on the odds, 550 for Miller. I'm feeling a submission. I like Chase Hooper. He's young. I believe he's like 25 years old. Yeah, he's 25 years old, bro. So respect to Mr. Hooper out there getting it done. Now we got Jan versus Virna, number 1 ranked versus number 3 ranked. This one's up in there. I'm surprised Jan is the underdog here. She has 8 wins via knockout. She has a win over Mackenzie Dern. That says a lot right here. She's ranked number 1 for a reason. She's beat the best of the best besides Wei Li, where she got choked out, came back to life. That was crazy. I'm not gonna disrespect Virna out here. She's been out here for a while. I did see her in a couple cards against Lemos. She got a win against Godinez. A lot of these going to decision. I just don't see this fight going to decision. I'm calling it a second round TKO here for Jan. Last fight of the prelim, we have Dan Ige versus Sean Woodson. Now we're able to tune into Sean Woodson's last fight. He won. He went against I believe his last name was Padilla. Yep, Padilla here. This guy kind of gave up. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it was the highest level fight that we've seen. Dan Ige is going to give this guy a run for his money, dude. There's a lot of hype. He has a couple fights in a row. Let's see how many fights in a row Mr. Woodson has got. He's on a 4-fight win streak, which is impressive to say the least. Dan Ige, 50K, 18-9. He's really technical in this fight. He's fought the best of the best as of late. He's fought Lopez and Murphy. Murphy just beat Josh Emmett. I got Ige on this fight, bro. I feel like Dan Ige, he's really fast-paced. He's hard to predict. Sean Woodson, lengthy. He definitely has the height and reach advantage here. I think this fight is either going to decision. I should really see this fight going to decision, bro. I got this Dan Ige by decision here, bro. That's all I got to say for that one. Now on to the main card here, bro. This main card is freaking money, bro. We have Nikita Krylov versus Dominic Reyes starting the main card. Don't get it twisted, man. We had to do some research on Krylov. 30 wins, 9 losses, 12 wins by knockout, 16 by submission, 23 in the first round, bro. This guy hands out freaking L's, bro. Like it's Christmas. He hands out L's like it's Christmas. Dominic Reyes had a tough time since that John Jones fight. I believe he still got it in him. He just fought Anthony Smith in his last fight. I got Dominic Reyes on this one, bro. He's a plus 150. Krylov is a killer. I just think Dominic Reyes still has that enough to get it done. And if he could get it against a ranked opponent, I think they'll put Dominic Reyes back into kind of putting some more respect on his name. So I got Dominic Reyes on this fight. Let's go. Next fight up, Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva. Now, this one, it's the people's main event. I'm not going to lie, bro. Bryce Mitchell saying that he's been seeing demons in his sleep. Gene Silva hyping out the crowd like he's a freaking dog. Bryce Mitchell, he's ranked number 13, just beat Kron Gracie in his last fight. He got sent to another dimension when he fought Josh Emmett. He got knocked out bad. He beat Ige by decision. He hung in there with Topuria. He had him taken down. He held him, but he ended up getting subbed. Bro, he beat Edson Barbosa. That should say everything that you need to know about Bryce Mitchell. Now, Gene Silva has been on a tear. Fighting Nerds has helped his hype tremendously. His stock, his four wins in the UFC. Look at all these: KO, doctor stoppage, KO. So this guy is coming for Bryce Mitchell's head, bro. Now, if he could survive the first round, I think it's all Bryce Mitchell from here, bro. I'm choosing a lot of underdogs on this card. I don't know why, but that just seems like how it goes. I got Bryce Mitchell winning this fight. I don't know how, but I think Bryce will find a way. Now, next fight up, Yair Rodriguez versus Pitbull. Now, this is Pitbull's first UFC fight. I'm glad they finally added a picture on the UFC website. We've been waiting for that forever. Yair El Pantera, 20 wins, 5 losses, 8 wins by knockout, 5 by submission. Oh yeah, he did lose to Ortega. So Yair is coming off of back-to-back losses, and that's kind of what Diego Lopez was talking about, saying he's not ready for a title shot. So if Yair wants to make a statement, this is a perfect opportunity. Guy coming in, Patricio Pitbull going on the main stage. High level fight for Patricio. He has 36 wins, 7 losses, 12 wins by knockout, 12 by submission, 12 in the first round. 37 years old, so he's not in his prime. He's a little bit past his prime, but still a very, very dangerous fighter. And we have Yair getting the win, and potentially we have a main event between him and Diego Lopez, if they both get it done. It's a tough ask. They have big challenges up ahead, but let's not get too excited about the future. Let's just wait till Saturday night, man. Let's just see what happens, see what unfolds. I have Yair Rodriguez. Now, co-main event, Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. This is 5 rounds, bro. This is gonna be insane. Now, I had a tough time picking this fight. You know, Michael Chandler, we know he's a dog. We know he uses all he can, all the freaking tricks, cheats, whatever he needs to get done in the cage. And Paddy Pimblett has to know what he's getting himself into. This is why he's doing this sport. This guy's focused. He's hungry. Michael Chandler as well. He's coming off a loss against Oliveira. He's talking about how active he is. And we can't take that away from Michael Chandler. That bro has been active, bro. He has been active. Now, getting wins, you know, it's here and there. But there's a opportunity for both of these men to prove themselves. This is a toss 'em, a pick 'em. I don't know what the hell you call it. This is like a coin flip of a fight, and I got Mr. Paddy Pimblett here, bro. I don't know how. Maybe TKO, maybe submission. But Paddy is very dangerous off his back. If Michael Chandler takes him down, you know Paddy's not gonna stall on the ground. He's gonna look for submissions. He's a submission hunter. So I believe if anybody could get it done, is Mr. Paddy the baddie. And I'm excited for this walkout. His walkout is insane. Now, the main event, Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. We haven't seen Volk this dialed in a long time. He's coming off back-to-back losses, back-to-back knockouts. This man is on a mission. He says he's focused, no cheat meals, no drinking. He looks like he's in great shape for this fight. And it's going to be a banger, bro. So Volk looks ready. Diego Lopez looks ready as well. Young up-and-comer. Didn't take a long time for him to get a title shot, but things just happened to just fall into place. Ready for moments like this. We could tell by when Diego Lopez fought Dan Ige on short notice and was able to get it done. Now, this is going to be a tough fight. This is a high-level fight for Lopez. He hasn't seen an opponent like this at all in the cage, so he's going to have to learn how to adapt and really try to work with what he's got, see what's working well for him during the fight. He can't be too aggressive in the cage. You know, Alexander Volkanovski, he's like a scientist in the ring, bro. He really sees his opportunity, and he's able to recognize patterns very well. So if there's any mistakes on Lopez's end, Alexander Volkanovski is going to be on top of that. He's been training with Craig Jones. So this is a dangerous fight for Lopez, but I do believe Lopez could touch that chin and get it done. That's just my take on it. He's an underdog as well. I got Lopez winning the belt, and I do see Yair and Lopez in the future, bro. Not saying I have a crystal ball or anything, but that's just my hunch, bro. That's just my hunch. I got Lopez on this one. It's gonna be a great UFC card. Just to run the picks back, just so we know if we remember all of our picks. We have Nora win this fight, Trayshawn, Sumaderhi, Cedriquez. We have Julian. We have Julian, Chase Hooper, Jan. We have Dan Ige. We have Dominic Reyes, Bryce Mitchell, Yair Rodriguez, Patty the Batty Pimlet, and Diego Lopez. Now, I don't know if we threw this in a parlay, what it would look like, but I know it would look insane. This is going to be crazy with these main event cards, bro. Things could go either way. It's a lot different from a fight night card. I tell you that. A lot of these fights are hard to pick. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know we talked about the press conference, did the whole rundown for the picks, but I hope you guys enjoyed nevertheless. I'm excited. I hope you guys are as well. Let me know your picks down below, and let me know what you rate Patty the Batty's fit at the press conference. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. We out. Peace.